This next one we might go for a little bit longer, and this is of course Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. We did just watch this last night, and we also talked about the trailer last time. I think that we're going to repeat a lot of stuff that we talked about in the trailer in this, but this one is going to be a spoiler review, and we're going to talk about certain scenes and certain things that happened, and going to explain some. I'm probably going to be explaining things to Dad that he didn't, that he doesn't know because he's never watched a lot of the Power Rangers series before this. So, you guys hopefully you guys have already watched my review because I've already gone in depth talking about it, and I do have a ranking coming soon. So you'll hear more of my thoughts there. So, Dad, give your review, your thoughts on my Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always.
It's Power Rangers. It has a modern spin on it. It's got better footage, I suppose, but the villain suits are still looking pretty crappy. And
I did warn you that.
To be quite honest, even the Power Ranger suits are still pretty crappy. That picture you had up before, although it's not an official one, if they look, if they had better costumes and stuff like that, it might be still different. The storyline's still not amazing, but I never watched them as a kid. These are the 1990s, aren't they?
93, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing other stuff, mate. I wasn't hanging around watching this stuff, and it's never interested me at all. Although I heard a young guy yesterday walking down the street who would have been similar to your age, and he talking to a mate and went, "Oh yeah, I watched that 30-year reunion of the Power Rangers the other day and thought it was pretty good." And I went, "Oh, right, so."
See?
But but it's your age group. I never watched it, so and I don't like. It's pretty dodgy TV, I reckon.
Even I was too young for Power Rangers.
No, you were, but
until Channel Go came on.
It was only 10 years later that you know.
Oh yeah, because the things too is that we talked about last time how the body, my finger, the mouths still
they don't move.
But that's kind of the point.
But why? Why is it? Put something there. There's nothing wrong. It's like Iron Man having something over his mouth. Yes, but there's just a slit there. So there you're showing their lips and you're thinking that something's going to move.
Yeah, but when you're looking at the suits, you're not necessarily looking at the mouth. You're looking at the full thing.
No, but it looks as though they're talking.
It doesn't look ridiculous.
But it's like they're talking telepathically to each other.
But they are. Because they have communicators in the body.
I'm talking without my mouth moving. How do you do that?
No, but they have movability in the helmets.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But what I'm saying is that make it look. Put a black piece there or something. Don't show the mouth.
Yeah, I mean.
At least then you've got a bit of a. You can think that they're talking. At least that just looks as though they don't talk, but yet they're talking. How's that happen? It's like a narrator on the movie going, "I'm going to talk to," it's just bizarre.
Yeah, but I guess the thing is too, I did warn you about the bad guys and how that's a little cheesy.
Yeah, you did. But the storyline was a bit weak too. We're going to put
the darkest thing Power Rangers has ever done.
Oh, we're going to catch the baddies. We're going to put a big magnet that's used in a wrecking yard.
Sure.
To go tink. And we're going to catch
that wasn't really the main storyline. The main storyline was Buddy Trini getting killed.
Oh, yeah, I know that. But you had to catch the villain, though.
Yeah, but that, how else are you going to catch a bad guy that's full body metal?
Yeah, true. Maybe.
Because
they didn't do it to Iron Man. He was metal.
No, but the Marvel heroes were not that dumb.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Power Rangers are at least a little dumb.
Yeah.
But no, like I said earlier, I like Power Rangers because I think that there is a way to modernize it and to make it not seem stupid.
Yeah, and that's right. There's a lot of room to move, and maybe this thing that Netflix is doing may actually do it some justice and, bring it out of the 1990s and actually bring it into the
because
the 21st century.
Is because even people are saying exactly what you were saying, how it's like exactly like the original series and like it's still cheesy and ridiculous, but it's like they want to make. I know the filmmakers want to, especially with this special, mix the nostalgia of the 90s series with modern filmmaking of today.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that I guess I'm more my opinion is more on the more modern filmmaking than it is on the original 90s nostalgia. Because the fact that you're actually getting sweeping shots and you're actually getting good CGI Zords.
Yeah.
And you're getting, like, the weapons not smacking people once.
Yeah.
And actually killing them and actually having the parties actually explode into rubble and not just land on the ground and disappear fully.
Yeah.
It's like, all of that, I guess, sold me more than the actual 90s nostalgia bit that's Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Because they actually improved it a lot from the original series.
Possibly. I can't say that I've seen an original one in a long time. You used to watch them as a kid, but yeah,
even that wasn't the original series. It was those like 2020, 2011 series.
Yeah, but they're still pretty crappy costumes and but they're still pretty crappy costumes and
it doesn't help that
storylines and
this thing was all original footage, same as the 95 movie. This thing was all original footage, which the other stuff is all still from Japan.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why like movies like this one, the 95 one and the 2017 one is because they're all American footage.
Yeah.
And not stolen from Japan.
No.
Because like when they do things like that, like yeah, sure, the storyline might not be great, but the actual filmmaking is a way that I kind of expect a Power Rangers special or movie to be.
Yeah.
Because the fact that okay, so I won't talk about Rita because you do talk about that she's a little ridiculous, and I do agree with that. But the way she came to be was kind of creepy.
What do you mean? Is Rita the daughter?
No, that's Mim.
Oh, yeah.
After 10,000 years!
Oh, the villain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that the way she came to be, especially that version, it was creepy as hell. I was creeped out the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
With, like, Billy and Alpha 8 at that time, trying to find the remaining pieces of a Zordon from the Z-Wave which I haven't seen in the Zordon era, so in space, but at the end of In Space, the In Space Rangers go to Zordon, and he talks them into sacrificing himself to basically get rid of all the evilness in the world.
Yeah.
So they slice the tube, and then Zordon goes out into the world and gets rid of Rita and all these villains. And then what happens is that Rita becomes a character called Mystic Mother, which, to be fair, is kind of a ridiculous name.
Just a bit.
Yeah. But that evil soul is still out there.
Yeah.
So that evil soul got sucked up into that time vortex in the tube where Zordon's meant to be, and the blue that you think is Zordon at first, but it turns purple and all wavy and stuff. You're like, what is this? But then it gets cracked and goes straight to Alpha 5. That's horrifying.
Right.
And then Alpha turns into Rita, and then that's how the origins of Rita came to be, and that is more of a past thing, but then in chronological order anyway, that goes from that to her killing Trini. That is one of the most sad, emotionalist Power Rangers storylines we've seen out of the series and the movies in general.
Yeah.
Because the movies, like, they do, and even the series have emotional elements, but they don't have that, like, full grasp emotional story. they're always like the same Power Ranger like goofiness,
Yep.
but with modern updates.
Yeah.
But this one actually had an idea of the storyline of killing off Trini and having Mim replace her as the old Ranger and stuff like that. I thought that was actually a really grasping story.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because and apparently I've heard that Mim is going to come back in the new series, which I'm probably going to be seeing because they even mentioned that I don't know what it was about, but Billy, Adam wanted Billy to go in space with him and Aisha. So that might leave us open to see Adam, Aisha, and Billy in Cosmic Fury.
Yeah.
And the fact that might, and I won't be surprised if Cosmic Fury might reset the Power Rangers universe and go into that dark Power Rangers universe that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Which I think that might be more of an interesting way to do Power Rangers than just doing the cheesy filmmaking stealing from Japan footage.
Yeah.
So I think that there are really good. I think that there are pros about Power Rangers, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like you still have those cheesy elements that people can't get beyond. But I think that if you do something more, not necessarily the exact same thing, but keep it more in the vibe of the 2017 movie, you'll get audiences more invested in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then you would have more of the people that like Marvel and even DC and the Bay Turtles to get more interested in the universe of Power Rangers.
Possibly. They've got a lot of work to do.
They do, but I think that there is ways to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's impossible.
No, possibly not. It's just they've got a lot of things to pick up to get it to that level. They're not there, and they're a long way off getting it to the Marvel, even DC level.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different conversation that we might have another time. But the Power Rangers is that's why I think that when you watch fan films and stuff, and they actually have darker storylines, even though that the costumes might still be ridiculous, at least the storyline that they get is better than the series. I think that's where you would get people grasping on it more.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think that this had the right elements for, even though that I liked it overall, and it's my second favourite Power Rangers movie, but behind 2017, I think that they are elements of it that you can go off into that different, more dark direction than keeping it in that cheesy 90s Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm curious to see what they do. I know Cosmic Fury is almost right around the corner, which when they drop that trailer, we will talk about it on here. We might not watch the series. I might watch episodes and do like first reactions of the episodes. I will do something for Cosmic Fury, but I'm really excited to see what the Power Rangers do going forward. If they do reset with Cosmic Fury, reset the whole Power Rangers universe and go into that dark direction.
Yeah.
Which I think that might be more interesting to us and we'll get more excited for Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, let's hope
what
so.
they were.